because we're actually still two separate churches, okay? That's important to remember. It's a partnership. We don't dissolve into each other. We haven't become one entity. But John, how have you and the St Paul's leadership felt about the partnership in the past year?
It's very exciting and encouraging. We're definitely looking forward to we're looking to the future, and this is the sort of thing that we need to be doing, binding together as Christians with the same theology and same heritage, and doing what we can to build the presence of Christ in the place that we are, which is Bankstown. And we can see this as a great step forward as two independent organisations. And St Paul's is not dependent on Southwest Evangelical. We are functional in and of ourselves. However, together we make more than the sum of our parts. And that can be seen in the numbers. Starting with 70 and then finishing with like 108. 108. It speaks for itself. So, yes.
And just from SWEC's point of view, again, we in our leadership have talked about, by the way, if you didn't know, this is related, Pastor Tim Keller from New York passed away yesterday. One of the really unique things about Tim and the city-to-city movement is how they really believe in partnerships, and that's actually part of the SWEC DNA. It's actually one of our mission statements, right? That we advance the gospel mission by partnering. And partnerships are so important. Now, obviously, we do partnerships in all sorts of different ways, but this has been one of the really tangible ways we've tried to bring two churches, two different denominations together to partner on a venture like Church at 10. And I think it's so beautiful, and that's one of the Keller legacies, because he says you can't reach cities without churches working together. And we love the fact that we get to do this in a small part. And as far as the SWEC and leadership is concerned, yes, there are things that we keep needing to iron out. There are relationships that need to be built. There are still things that we need to work on. But overall, we would love to keep on doing this as long as God would have us do it. And so we're really, really excited about it. Now, if you have any questions or comments or follow up, we'd love to chat to you, John and myself. We want to keep this short though. But there's one more thing, John, and that is really quite important, and it impacts not just St Paul's. St Paul's definitely longer term, but also impacts us at SWEC and this partnership. Tell us about this petition that you're going to go around getting us to sign over the next couple of weeks.
Okay, so I've had the exciting privilege of speaking to the local council, as in the Bankstown mayor and the councillors, about our church. What's happened is because we're working towards a new future, we're working towards a full redevelopment. That will hopefully be somehow financially viable sometime in the future, but until it is, we're still in planning stage. Our plans can get completely derailed by what's called a heritage order, where currently we don't have a heritage order on this church, but if the council makes moves and concludes that this church, as it is, this building, this physical building, ought to stay for the history of Bankstown, then we are bound by that. And we can't do dramatic things. We don't know yet what the ultimate project will be. However, now is the time where we need to fight by simply adding your name to this petition and say, we the parishioners are happy for this building because we believe it's just a shell. The church is the people. And we oppose a heritage order so that either us or the church of the future has freedom to knock it down and build a new, better one, if we so wish. And so I've got two here. My hope is that everyone signs. There are obviously conscious objectors who would prefer not to, but we've got two petitions and we would love you to sign and show your voice.
Let me add to that. My former church, the church I grew up in, has a heritage listing on their building. A couple of years ago, they spent $250,000 just having to fix a bell tower that doesn't actually work. $250,000 that added no single seating, didn't increase ministry capacity one single bit because it was heritage listed. They can't knock down the building, they can't sell it. Alright, that's what heritage listings do. We do believe that really important heritage buildings should be preserved, but churches are really just somewhere to meet, and we would love to see us be able to do various things and support various things. Now, by the way, if you're SWEC, one of the categories is Am I a Parishioner? For the purpose of this, please tick yes, alright, because that'll be helpful for the petition. That's all we've got, yep.
Also, if you're just visiting today, you can help us by adding your name to it as well. It's community support. The council does not recommend, just put an N for no, I'm not a parishioner. But the community saying, yeah, we don't care, do what you want with the building, that helps us. Because having 300 signatures is better than having 200, you know what I mean? So, anyway, thank you. I am going to pray, yes, this is what I'm going to do. And now, I was wanting to see whether other people had prayer points. I'm interested in praying according to the will of the parishioners. So I'm going to just take notes, bring up a note. What shall we pray for, folks? And we're opening it up. I mean, we can pray against the heritage order. Great. Another year of partnership. We pray for God's blessing on us as a congregation. That's a good prayer. Final calls. Let's pray. Lord, we come gathered as your people. We gather in your name. We gather as people who study your word to understand your will. We come as people who pray to you and confess, and express our trust and love for you. Help us as individuals seeking to serve you, to choose what is right and good. Help us to so understand the gospel, to so understand the Spirit and his role in our lives, that we always choose to trust you and to love you and serve you. As we meet together each week to encourage one another in the faith of the gospel of Christ, we pray, Lord, that our efforts, not just as individuals but as a community, are pleasing to you. We pray that you would be working in us and through us as we look to another year of partnership between two churches in one congregation. Help us to be united in thought, united in spirit, united in our plans, not just to live godly lives, but to reach out to all those in our local community. We pray especially for our efforts to reach the community at Western Sydney University that's located just 200 metres away from where we're sitting now. Lord, please use us. Prepare those who we are seeking. Help us to advertise and put on events that are delightful and community engaged, so that those who are lonely and needy, who need fellowship and who need the gospel, come and join with us. Lord, we pray for all the things that are happening in our church, especially the heritage order. We ask for a favourable result when council looks and inspects our site and may make a decision later on in June. Please, Lord, preserve this building as a place that is free, that we can do what we wish with it, so that future generations would be served in the best possible way, not in a way that is preserved only the memory of the efforts of a few.